There's also curious new reporting tonight about the Trump White House. The New York Times, out with this story, says conservative activists plotted during the prior administration to try to discredit officials on the inside that were not seen as sufficiently loyal to that man. The efforts are said to have involved a sting operation targeting former Trump National Security Advisor and Army General H.R. McMaster, also focused on FBI personnel, who you recall Trump often referred to as members of the deep state and scum. Katie Benner, it now falls on you to explain, walk us through this reporting by your colleagues of this kind of internal loyalty test. Forces loyal to Trump, though, attached to some in the Trump White House, if not Trump himself, going after people suspected of being disloyal?
Yes. So what we should do is we should understand that what we reported today in the New York Times is directly tied to events that we're seeing unfold in the Republican Party today with Representative Cheney, the move to oust her from the Republican Party because of her lack of loyalty to Donald Trump. And it stems from the fact that during his presidency, Donald Trump's obsession with loyalty and obsession with fealty ran through his administration. And what we saw was Project Veritas, a conservative group best known for gotcha videos in which it tries to expose some sort of wrongdoing amongst progressive groups and amongst the media, was working closely with a former British spy in order to entrap people within the Trump administration suspected of not being loyal enough, to try to capture them on tape saying things that could be misconstrued or saying things that would be, quote unquote, disloyal to the former president that could be used to get them fired. So it was H.R. McMaster, the National Security Advisor. He was one target. FBI officials, FBI employees. Trump, keep in mind, was convinced the FBI was out to get him. So this was an outside group really working to purge the government of enemies. Now, keep in mind, in the United States, we are not loyal to presidents. We're loyal to the Constitution. Presidents, they represent a party. They represent a set of policies. They represent a set of ideals and interpretations of the Constitution, and a set of policies that we think could or could not be best for the American people. But at the end of the day, government servants are supposed to be loyal to the Constitution. Trump upended that during his presidency. He encouraged fealty to Trump and Trump alone. And that is what the Republican Party continues to grapple with today, as we see things like Liz Cheney being ousted from her position of power. We see somebody like Elise Stefanik, who made her name during the Trump administration for being one of his staunchest supporters, being put into her place. We have about a year and a half to see how long this effect will be lasting when we see the midterm elections, whether we see Trump have influence there. But what we do know is that what we saw happening, unfolding in 2018 in the New York Times reporting lives on today. This real decision that Republicans need to make: can they be a party without Donald Trump? And if they're a party with Donald Trump, does that mean serving Donald Trump, or does that mean serving the Constitution?
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. You should know that you can follow today's top stories and breaking news and catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.